Missing someone. Love with all your heart. Missing someone. Love with heart.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun transformation. I am going to transform my client and give her some pops of rainbow. We are going to be refreshing these overgrown roots. She has gone quite a while just because of quarantine and all of that, but today we're just gonna highlight her roots, refresh her color, and I think our goal today is going to be some rainbow with some blue in between. And also stay tuned, I will be using a new color that Pulbright will be releasing June 1st in the United States. So I'm really excited that I got to play with this color before it even launched. So stay tuned for that. So I began highlighting my client's hair starting at the nape of the neck, and I did her highlights back to back because usually my client likes to keep her color solid, but due to COVID and all that, and she was gonna get married sometime soon, she wanted to kind of go towards more of a natural type of color. So we are doing highlights on her rather than doing a full bleach out, which we normally do. So I started to highlight her in the back, and I am using Blonde AF. I believe I started with 6 volume and then bumped my way all the way up to 25 vol as I got towards the top of the head. And typically in the back here, I do like to make my weaves slightly chunky to give more of a solid effect throughout her color. And then as I get towards the top, I will start making these weaves a little bit smaller so they blend in and don't look so chunky as she wears her hair. So since my client has more medium textured hair, I did mix my lightener 1 to 2, but if my client had more of a finer texture, I would definitely mix my lightener a little bit thicker so that the hair could really stick. But typically on most clients, I will mix Blonde AF 1 to 2 with the Pulbright developers. Now, as I'm highlighting here, you can see that my sections are pretty thin. I can see right through them. This is so that I get the most amount of lift, and I am picking up her previous highlighted pieces so that I can prevent any type of overlapping or over processing of her hair, which is really, really important when highlighting your client's hair so that they can keep their hair as healthy as possible. I also think that it's important to stick with the same hairdresser because everyone has their own way of like highlighting and patterns of highlighting. So for me, for instance, I try and make my job as easy as possible next time when my clients come in for a touch-up. So I know exactly what sectioning I did so that I can prevent any type of overlapping. She did go to another hairdresser to get her hair highlighted prior to this appointment. So here I'm just kind of transitioning her to my highlighting pattern so that next time when she comes in, it's a lot easier for me to pick out all of her darks so that we can prevent any type of overlapping and over processing in the future. And here you can see as I get towards the top of the head, I marry those two sections in the back into one, and I do start to make her weaves a little smaller as I get towards the crown of the head just to kind of blend the color in a little bit and still keeping it solid, leaving no negative space in between other than what's left out of my weave so that she can feel as solid as possible. And then after I finish this back section, as I get towards the front sides, I do the same type of weave pattern where everything below the crown, I do more of the chunky weave, and then above the crown, I will do more of a medium size weave like this. And I like to do a medium sized weave on the top over like a baby light or a thinner weave because I feel like I want to give her as much color as possible, so having these thicker ribbons of color makes the client feel more solid than not. I feel like if I baby lighted her, then she would have a little bit too much dimension and she wouldn't feel as blonde. And this is what her hair looked like once I was done foiling her. In her money piece, I did slices back to back so that she could feel pretty solid around her face and have as much color as possible because she was so used to having a solid bleach out. So here I'm just checking once I'm done foiling her first foil that I put in, and it looks almost about ready for it to be rinsed. After this, I typically will put my clients under the dryer under like medium heat to kind of just mimic body heat, just because my salon is pretty cold. So once my client's foils were done processing, I let her process to about a level 9 and 10, and with Blonde AF, it is slightly bluer than most lighteners that I've used in the past. So I feel that when the hair is pretty much ready at a level 10, you can see more of that blue pigment coming through, as you can see as I'm pulling out these foils. And using Blonde AF, you kind of just have to train your eye to know when it's ready. A little trick is to kind of give a little pinch test to see what level the hair really is before you rinse it off. Okay, I'm super excited to share with you guys that I will be using Sorcery today, which is part of the Pulp Riot Fantasy Collection that is going to be coming out June 1st. I had the honor to play with these colors before the release, and I will say that Sorcery is a beautiful indigo blue. I did dilute it with some clear and it became the most perfect periwinkle color. And then along with Sorcery, I started to mix up my rainbow colors. For my blue, I used Clear and Blue Muse, which is my favorite electric blue. And then for my pink, I used Clear and some Cupid to make more of a medium hot pink. And then for my orange, I use Clear and Nuclear, and Clear is part of the Neopop collection and creates the most perfect orange. And then for my green, I use Clear and Absinthe, which is a nice deep hunter green. And then for my purple, I did Clear with some Velvet. And lastly, for my yellow, I did Clear and some Satire. So as I began her color, I started to do a rainbow baby light all on her hairline, and I basically just took really thin slices and started to apply the rainbow colors, and then blended it out with my fingers so there aren't any harsh lines, and then took another slice of sectioning and laid it right on top, and then just began applying the rainbow colors. I like to apply the last color and the first color so that none of the hairs kind of fall out. This kind of just keeps the hair put. And she wanted to see more purple and blue and less green, so you can see my panel of green there is just a lot smaller than the rest of the colors. And sometimes clients have a preference, so I usually will ask them, because typically pinks, purples will fade a lot better, so that is why we kind of chose those colors right around her face there. As I got towards the front money piece, I just laid the foil right on top of her head and continued to go in the same rainbow pattern. Since this hair right in front of her face is obviously a little bit shorter, I tried my best to match the sides, but yeah, so as I did the rainbow, I took really thin slices, and it's really important when you're doing rainbow baby light to take paper thin slices so that the color can saturate the hair. And you can also just make sure that you're putting a lot of color on these sections, and then you can like blend out and smudge the color and make sure that you're fully saturating throughout as well. And I did these panels about probably an inch from her hairline, so we had a nice chunky rainbow money piece. And then once I was done with the hairline, I started to base my client's hair with Sorcery, and you can see I sectioned out a rectangle on the top of her head. So on the top there, on the sides of this rectangle, I was going to add 2 more rainbow baby lights, and then have the rest Sorcery on top, just to give like some pops of extra rainbow on the sides of her hair. And I left that veil You can see here as I lift this foil that everything has sorcery, and I only have those 2 rainbow panels on the very sides there, just to give her some extra pops, but mostly everything else was sorcery. I let the color process for about 25 minutes in room temperature, and then once it was ready, I took her back to the bowl, rinsed her with some ice cold water. The Pulp-Rite Semis is best on clean washed hair, so that when you're done, you just rinse it, no shampoo and conditioner after. And yeah, it's good to do cold water because it seals the cuticle, locks in the color, and keeps the hair really shiny. But this is my favorite part, guys, is pulling out this rainbow panel foil and then just rinsing it, because it just is so satisfying rinsing rainbows. And you can see the water is running perfectly clear. I mean, there's a little bit of color, but really it does not bleed onto the rest of the hair, even though we did a pretty vibrant rainbow, which I love about the Pulp-Rite Semis. So shiny. And here is my client's finished look. Oh my god, I love that the rainbows just give such a beautiful pop against sorcery. You can see on the ends that beautiful periwinkle color. It's a little bit on the purpley side because the color was kind of green to begin with, and then at the root you can definitely see more of the blue from the sorcery, where she was mostly yellow and lighter. But I love the blend of the rainbows. Even though I did those chunky rainbows on the sides, it's well blended because we did a nice veil on top that bleeds right on top. That gives such a beautiful blend, and I really love this. It just goes so well with sorcery, and I think I will definitely be using sorcery in the future as a nice background color for rainbow hair. But I hope you guys learned something new and feel inspired to try out rainbows or even do them in your hair. I can't wait for you guys all to try out these new colors that are launching June 1st. If you try out this specific technique though, please tag me on Instagram at Locks by Lauryn. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in to this week's episode, and I will talk to you guys next week.